They say that Islam doesn't apply to black people, but I would point these facts out. Not only did Hagar start the Hajj ritual, but a black Ethiopian African started Islam's call to prayer. The Quran itself was scripted by one of the Prophet Muhammad's right-hand man, Zayd ibn Harith. The Quran. So where do they get off saying that Islam has nothing to do with black people? You see, it originated with black people. If I turn to page Surah 31 in the Holy Quran, I come to a surah entitled Luqman. Who was Luqman? He was a black African prophet, according to some of the Islamic scholars. So you have not only the Quran itself that was scripted by one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, Zayd ibn Harith, who was black, but you also have a surah, one of the chapters in the Holy Quran, named after a black man.
The person who's saying that their solution is the metal netter is the same person who's regurgitating what the Europeans told them that the metal netter even means. You know, it was Champollion and them who deciphered the hieroglyphics, the Rosetta Stone, I believe. It was Champollion who finally cracked the code to the Rosetta Stone and boom, kicked the doors open to the to decipher and decoding the hieroglyphics. But even before that, and this is what the brothers who promote this I guess I don't want to call it metal netter or Hotepism, I don't know what to call it, but the brothers who promote this particular ideology, they themselves have to look back to Islam and pay homage, because before Champollion had cracked the code to the Rosetta Stone, it was Muslims in the 10th century and the 9th century who was already deciphering the hieroglyphics, and the Europeans just hopped on that bandwagon. So even then, the deciphering of the metal net, the deciphering of the Rosetta Stone, all of that is still going to go back to Islam.
So read Mayat and you tell me which of the 42 negative affirmations tells you to fight against an oppressor. On the flip side of that, I'll give you one ayat, 2 ayats, Surah 4, ayats 90, 92 of Quran. You read those ayats, and then you come back and tell us, Afrocentric brothers, which 2 of the thoughts, Islam or Mayat, best resists oppression.
You know, now that you mention it, I can't think of a single Mayatic revolutionary black figure who really struck fear in the white power structure. I can't think of a single, brother who read the Medu Netter and was inspired to challenge white supremacy. I think when you look at the leaders of the Black Liberation Army, many of them, Gurba bin Wahad, Brother Socorro Dingo, and of course going back to like Malcolm X, is that Islam has been at the root of inspiring black people to fight for justice and to challenge white supremacy, significantly more so than Maya. And I think even the black leftists, the black socialists, have probably produced more revolutionaries than the black, quote-unquote, ancient Kemetic teachers. You feel me?
Maya is generally manifested through a cultural lens, through a cultural perspective, and it's a way of life, again, as a person does not do certain things. It's negative affirmations. That's what they are. I have not done this. I have not done that. But to establish justice and correctness in all spheres of human activity is not about what you have not done. It's about what you have done, in Islam in particular, in ridding the world of a tyrant, of what we say in Islam is a taghut. And that's what the Arabs, the men around Muhammad, did. They rid the world of taghuts. The Romans and the Sasanian Empire, 2 world empires, fighting themselves to control the world. Both of them laid low by the Muslims. Never before in the history of the world has one people defeated 2 empires simultaneously at the same time and made them retreat back to the caves and hills
the white power structure is so afraid of Islam because the white man knows the truth about Islam. The white man has always known the truth about Islam. The KKK, as I mentioned earlier, the KKK wrote a letter to Elijah Muhammad. If I'm not mistaken, it was 1952 or something around that time. I actually have the letter, and that the KKK wrote a letter to Elijah Muhammad and said, once we get rid of you Muslims, all the other niggers will be easy. The only obstacle in the way of absolute global domination, absolute, is Islam.
Of Europe.
The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey was influenced by a Muslim by the name of Deuce Muhammad Ali to come into his black culture and history. Malcolm X, Muslim. Elijah Muhammad, Muslim. Khalid Muhammad, Muslim. As you say, Daruba bin Wahab, the Black Panthers was influenced by Muslims. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale used to come to black Muslim meetings. You see, Maulana Karenga, the founder of Kwanzaa, was influenced by Malcolm X. You dig what I'm saying, my brother? You see?
I definitely do, my brother.
So what are they talking about? Where were the Kemetic spiritualists during the civil rights movement? Where were they at during the Black Power movement?